loves, what is up, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well and having yourselves a good day. I'm coming at you with a bit of a different video. I've never done one of these before. I've done like mid-year check-ins, but I've never done a mid-month check-in, which is what this video is going to be. I'm going to be going over my budget and seeing how we're tracking for the month. This is really just like an opportunity for me to hold myself accountable, and if we need to make any changes, or if there's been any changes to like our income or expenses, I can update that rather than doing it all at the end of the month. Talking about our new financial goals and kind of where we're at with everything. I feel like I'm genuinely having a quarter life crisis at the moment, and I feel like that kind of translates or like affects our financial goals as well, and kind of having a clear vision of where we want to go. So we'll get into all of that in a moment. I also want to check in on my goals as well and seeing how we're tracking with those, my daily habit tracker, all of like the monthly reset stuff, but like halfway through the month. I talked about this in my October reset, but I feel like I have so much motivation after resetting for the new month. The first week and a half, I'm guns blazing, ready to conquer the world, and then it gets to like week 2, week 3, and I lose all motivation. All of my progress tends to kind of go out the window, and we're trying to avoid that. So doing a little mid-month-ish check-in and get back on track. My reset videos are also like at least 30 minutes long every single month. I feel like there's only so much I can talk about and cram into one video, so I feel like this is a nice opportunity to kind of talk more about other things that I wouldn't otherwise discuss or have the time to discuss. So talking about our feelings, our financial goals, all of the things. Zoe Pritchard here on YouTube, which I love her content. She's a Canadian based YouTuber and she does like very similar lifestyle finance content. I feel like if you enjoy watching my stuff, you'd really enjoy her. And she goes really into like the feelings and like the emotional side of money, which is such a big thing. Like spending and saving and your relationship with money is so emotion based, and I love how she gets into that. So I have her channel linked down below. She really inspired me to do this mid-month check-in, just hold myself accountable. So I'm excited to get into it. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Ella. I'm 26 and I live in Adelaide. I make a lot of lifestyle finance related content. I do a lot of vlogs and it's a good time around here. I work part-time as a travel agent and then part-time for myself doing my social media. I'm married, I have a dog. We just moved into our first home like 5 months ago now, and I'm just out here trying to live my best life, honestly. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really supports my channel and I really appreciate it. And subscribe if you're not already. Also follow me over on my Instagram and my TikTok if you guys want to see more short form finance content. I have been, dare I say, killing it. Yeah, I have a lot that I want to talk about, so we're gonna get into it. I think we're gonna head upstairs to my office so we can sit in front of my desktop computer. Let's go. Just quickly before I sit in front of my budget and get into the spreadsheet side of things, I quickly wanted to talk about my best and worst purchase so far this month. I would love it if you guys shared yours as well in the comments down below. I find this part so interesting because since starting to make financial content on my channel like many moons ago, probably my biggest takeaway is just how much people value different things. Like what might make sense to us might not make any sense to you. For us, we love going out for brunch and getting coffee and traveling. Like those are our things, and for you that might be like the last thing you want to spend your money on. And since starting to make TikToks and post them, I'm obviously reaching like a different kind of audience, and like the amount of comments that I get from middle-aged men being like, what are you spending your money on like that, is really funny and really interesting. But everyone values different things. That's the beauty of money and doing these videos. I'm not saying like this is how you should spend your money, this is the right way to do things. Like this is not financial advice in any way, shape or form. I'm literally just sharing my own money journey. How we spend our money now and what we prioritize now might be very different in a year or 2 years. But best purchase so far this month was probably our flights, or my flights to Sydney. Nick's heading to Sydney for work at the beginning of December and I'm just tagging along. It just kind of made sense because he's already got the accommodation and he's already going to be there. So we're going to head there at the beginning of December, which will be fun. It'll be all nice and Christmassy and I can do some Christmas shopping and explore, maybe meet my manager, have myself a fun time. One thing I'll never regret spending money on is travel or anything travel related. Yeah, I feel very lucky with the amount of trips that I've been able to squeeze into this year in between moving into our new house and getting a puppy and just like life. We went to Tasmania in August, which was amazing, off to Sydney in December, and I was also in Port Douglas last month with Jetstar and Club Jetstar, who are actually sponsoring this portion of the video. Big thank you to them. I feel like this ties in so perfectly with talking about money and our financial goals and prioritizing travel and being able to save money. I feel like this is such a good little saving hack. If you guys haven't heard of Club Jetstar before, they're a membership program which is designed to help bring value to Jetstar customers. I've used Jetstar for all of our recent trips. I know how much I value my money, and for me, the destination is really where I want to spend most of my money. So make sure that I'm getting there safely and getting the most value out of my airfares so that I can really make the most of my money whilst I'm at my destination is key. Not only do you get access to exclusive fares, but you also get early access to some of Jetstar's biggest sales, which is like prime time to log on and start booking a trip. You also get special discounts like 20% off seat selection and bags, which I know can be a thing, especially I feel like I will need it for my Sydney trip, that extra luggage. It's gonna be Christmas time and I'm gonna wanna, you know, buy a couple of things, a couple of prezzies, or at least that's what I'll tell myself. So an extra bag, I can just, being a Club Jetstar member will also get you discounts on things like travel insurance and car hire, and the discount applies across your whole booking, so for yourself and up to 4 other people. So if you're doing a group booking, like a friend trip, or you're booking for your family, the discount will be across the whole booking, which I think is amazing. And the best part is it's only $55 a year. $55 reduce a year. Like, for the amount of potential savings, especially if you're booking multiple trips like I have this year, like, it's worth its weight in gold. It's just a no-brainer. They also have a really cool calculator where you can play around and see how much money you'd save based on your travel habits. This year alone, I've been on 3 trips, so the overall savings would be equivalent to approximately almost $90, which is amazing. So if you're thinking about booking a trip or in the midst of planning a trip, I'll have a link down below to check them out. Yeah, money saving travel game changer. Cannot rave enough about them. And we had the best time in Port Douglas, me and my best friend Olivia, which if you guys didn't catch that vlog, I'll have a link down below. So much fun. In terms of my worst purchase this month, there's not like one standout to me. Probably just eating out, or like the amount that we've been eating out, but I think that's more of like me not budgeting correctly, because it was my sister's birthday and we went out to like a nice Japanese restaurant, and it was like $240 for both of us with drinks, so that was quite expensive. I also have my birthday coming up. I don't know what that's gonna look like or what we have planned for that, but we'll probably be eating out as well. So that's my bad. We're gonna adjust that. I've had to take out my earrings because they were cute, but they were irritating my ear and I just can't be having that. I need to concentrate. So I pulled up my budget here. I'm going to, yeah, just kind of talk you guys through it and update anything that I feel like needs to be updated. Income, savings, spending, whatever. I've written a few notes on my phone so I can remember what I need to do. I guess I'll quickly talk you guys through my spending, or our spending I should say, because my husband and I do share finances, all of our finances. So yeah, here's a little look at our spending. Nothing really crazy. We did invest this month. We used the Comsec Pocket app, which works well for us. We have been filling up a lot more on petrol, so I might need to update our budget for that because Nick's been going to the office a lot more frequently. He had to go in to do like train some people, so normally he works from home like 4 or 5 days out of the week, but he was going in like 4 or 5 days out of the week. So yes, we'll need to update that. I think the petrol budgets, gifts, I spent $100 on my sister. Spent $50 on Mabel Moo. I didn't originally budget that this month, but she got her first haircut, which is so cute. They put little bows in her hair. It was like the freaking cutest thing in my life. So I need to adjust that too. And then this was our dinner for my sister's birthday that I was talking about. So $242.66. I think we're pretty on par with groceries. We'll have to look at that. I paid our mortgage. I paid $500 towards our car loan, which is awesome. And I just got paid, so I still have some money to pay with. I also have my YouTube AdSense paycheck coming through and a couple, maybe one other brand deal payment coming through, which I actually might update this. Social media, I anticipate about $3,000, but I think the rest of the payments will probably come through in November, which is fine. That's just like, it's hard to budget when you have such an unpredictable income. I think what I'm going to do is lower this just to like a more realistic amount now that we're halfway through the month. So let me work this out. And this is always after tax, of course. I'm gonna play it safe. Ow, did you hear that? Freaking falling apart. This is nearly 27, guys. I'm gonna play it safe and go 1,200. I'd rather lowball it than not, and as I said, that's always after tax. And actually, when I originally budgeted, I put $2,000 towards our savings rather than any debt payoff, so I knew that it was probably a chance that I wouldn't make what I thought I would maybe make from social media this month, which is fine. It just means we'll save less this month, but probably save more next month when those payments do come through. I think this paycheck from Nick will actually be a little bit more, but we'll update that as it comes. He got a pay rise, so I think that is applied as of this next pay cycle. This paycheck was pretty much what I expected. This one was not. For some reason I had it in my head that I was going to get paid for a Saturday that I'm working at the end of this month, but the pay cycle will be next month, beginning of next month. So my bad. I'm going to update this just so I can get like a clear idea of how much we have to work with. And then this, yeah, will be $1,200. It's just much more of a realistic amount. I have cashed out $450 from online surveys this month. That also includes any referral sign up links as well. So when you guys sign up using my referral link, I do make, I think it's like $5, I want to say. So this isn't all from doing online surveys. I also haven't cashed out in like several months, so it's a build up. Yeah, I've cashed out $453.63 after tax. So we'll add that as well, which means we are $18.51 over. And I still need to make some adjustments to this budget. So I'm going to put this at 0. And we'll put this at $291.24 because that's how much we've invested so far. I think this, I put extra on our car loan and our mortgage, so we'll put this at $17.50 and see how much we have to work with. Okay, so $608.07. Okay, let's see what we need to update. Where's my phone? Let's have a looky, shall we? First thing is Mabel. So as I said, she got a haircut. We also have her food on an auto subscription, which comes out this month. So I'm going to budget an extra, well, the $50, so $220, which was for the haircut. Actually, I think it's $175, so we'll go $225. Beautiful. Travel expenses will change this to $323. That was for my flights to Sydney. I feel like that doesn't leave us with a whole lot. $230.07. Oh, groceries. I think we're okay. We've still got $173. Eating out, this really needs to be updated, but I feel like we're just going to be over budget, aren't we? Okay, we'll put Metro card at 20. If I put this at 550, does that put us over the edge? I feel like it would. Yeah. Okay, well, you know what? Maybe we're just going to have to take some of this out of our savings. Or I guess we don't have to put $1,500 towards our car loan. We can just put extra next month. Our minimum is $440 on the car loan per month. It's like $110 a week, but we're trying to pay it off as quickly as possible. So, wow. This is rough. This is a rough budget, but I guess it's an expensive month. Am I looking at this correctly? I must be, right? I don't know how we've gone from our expenses being nearly 3,000 last month, and now it's gone up by $1,000. But I guess it's my birthday. A lot of that is on gifts. Maybe we lower this too. I don't really need anything like $450. Surely. We haven't spent anything on the home, so maybe I'll decrease this to $450 as well. We'll go $500 actually. Now that gives us $490. Oh my god, I'm so confused. It's fine. We'll put $150 in health, and then I'll keep it realistic and give us an extra $146 to see us out to the end of this month. And then how much does that leave us with? $390.07, and I'll pop that back towards the car loan. I think that should be okay. $1,390.07. Gorgeous. So that is an every dollar budget. I'm feeling a lot more confident about this. I think I didn't want to increase these categories necessarily, but I also want to keep it realistic. And I think when I originally set this budget, I was coming off of the back of a really good low spend month with doing low spend September, and I wanted to kind of keep that momentum going. I don't think it's completely outrageous to, I mean, we spent $5,242, and that was just like a random August. So if we can keep it to 4,000 with 2 birthdays, lots of social events, I think that would be okay. I don't know, something just feels a little bit off about this. I think it's because my social media income is a lot lower than it normally is. This is the reality of being partially self-employed, and this is why I still love having my part-time job, just to have that consistent income. Because our expenses are high. Like, we have a mortgage, we have a dog, and we have like a certain lifestyle that we also want to live. Like, if push came to shove and we had to not eat out, like we could 100% cut that, and we have in the past when we've had big savings goals, or I've gone through periods of being unemployed and we've cut that down and stripped everything back. So I know we can do it if we had to, but it is really nice having my part-time job just to have that consistency, because social media is a very lucrative career. There's a lot of money in influencer marketing. I don't think that's a secret, but it is very sporadic, and when you get paid is very sporadic, and when you get different opportunities is very sporadic. This is also like not even my first full year of doing this part-time, so I'm still kind of learning the ropes and kind of learning what works for me. And I think maybe going forward, if I need to, just like dipping into my business account, I have like a separate business account with savings and like my business money, but maybe having like a separate account, as I actually have it here, like supplemented income. When I originally set up this budget in the beginning of the year, I actually put a category for supplemented income, which was money that I had set aside in my business account for any months that I don't quite reach that amount that I need to cover all of our expenses, and that is not this month. And I've never had to use it, which is crazy because I just really wasn't sure how any of this was gonna go. I mean, we're literally talking about me putting an extra few $100s towards our car loan, and we're literally paying 3 times what we need to. So things aren't dire. This is, yeah, the ebbs and flows of social media money. It's very sporadic, but you know what? We're still hitting our goals. We still have a healthy budget to spend, and it'll be okay. I feel like this budget has just taken a complete 180, but that is life, guys. That is life. Now our budget is updated. I quickly wanted, I forgot to do my goal check-in. We'll have to go back to my computer. I wanted to talk about some of my feelings around money, and just kind of where we're at, like our financial goals. One of my monthly goals is to figure out what our financial goals are. And I still feel like we aren't quite there yet. It's a conversation that Nick and I are having constantly. I feel like both of us, well, me especially, I'm having like a bit of a quarter life crisis. I talked about this in my last vlog, but I feel like I'm at a really weird crossroad in my life where we've been married for 2 years. We've just moved into our first home. We got our puppy, a beautiful Mabel Moo, which we have been talking about. All these things we've been talking about for years now, since the beginning of our relationship. And now we've kind of like checked them off. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Like, we're not just cruising through life, just hitting the next milestone. Like, these are things that we genuinely have put a lot of thought into and are so proud of. And we're really fortunate to be in this position. And we're both feeling very content and very thankful for this season of life that we're in. But figuring out our next step, and I'm a very goal orientated person. Originally we were thinking about doing Europe in April of next year, and then the more we talked about it, the more we realized debt payoff and paying down our car loan and paying extra towards our mortgage is more of a priority to us right now, just to like set ourselves up financially before we start having kids. And also we're both just like sick of the grind, like sick of the hustle a little bit. For years we saved for the house while we were renting, and then we were paying for our mortgage while we were building our house and renting at the same time. And so we've kind of done like the hard yards, I feel like, and I feel like we both are just a bit fatigued by it. And yeah, we're just kind of at a point in our lives where we don't really want to compromise on our lifestyle in order to go to Europe 6 months earlier. So I think that's kind of where we're at. But then we're like, do we want to go to Europe? Do we want to start having a family? Like, we just really don't know. One thing I do know is that we'll do some kind of overseas trip next year. I'm thinking early next year, around like our 2-year anniversary, 2-year wedding anniversary. I can't believe it's already been 2 years. This is the thing, like, we are very much at a point in our lives. We've been married for 2 years, we've got a house, we've got a dog. Like, what's next? Like, are you gonna travel more? Are you gonna have kids? Like, what is it doesn't have to be one or the other, but I feel like that's the position we're in right now. We're both just like not sure. Like, we don't want to make the wrong move, you know? And like, what's the best move for us? I don't know, guys. I know some people have very strong opinions. Anytime I bring up having kids, like sooner rather than later, people are like, don't do it, it's the worst thing ever. Travel more. And I get it, I do get it, but for us, I feel like we've kind of got that out of our system with the travel that we've been able to do together and individually. Don't get me wrong, it's still very much a priority, and we would love to do a trip next year, but we're also kind of at a point where we're thinking about having kids, which is so weird to say. I still feel like I'm 12 years old. Oh my god. Maybe, see, this is what I'm talking about. I just actually don't know what to do. So yeah, updates to come on that. That was one of my goals this month, to figure it out. Still very much don't know what to do, but enjoying this season of life. Like, this is everything that we have been working towards for years. has all come to fruition, and I think it's so important to just soak it all in and enjoy this season before we travel the globe or have kids. I don't know what the next year looks like for us, which is kind of scary, and I feel like when we don't have a life goal in mind, we don't really have any financial goals in mind, so I'm trying to combat that kind of like aimless feeling. Yeah, I've written down a couple of just like finance related goals just to keep ourselves accountable while we do figure out our next move. So paying off debt, this is like a big priority for us. No matter what, we want to pay off our car loan as quickly as possible. We're actually like a third of the way done, and we've only had it for 6 months, so we should hopefully have that paid off in the next like 12 to 18 months, which is amazing. So to keep ourselves accountable, I want to pay $1,500 towards debt every month, like an extra $1,500 on top of what we're already paying. And then I also wrote invest $500 a month. This is also another goal of ours, just to set ourselves up for a successful financial future. Investing is not something I am particularly well versed in. It's something I'm still figuring out. I know it's important, I can see that, but just figuring out the best way to do that and how that looks for us. Another thing I will say is making short form content and posting on TikTok has been such a blessing with holding, such a blessing. Why do I sound like a southern girl? I'm from Texas and I'm so blessed. That's how I feel right now. I keep saying blessed, I don't know why. But I do feel very blessed with TikTok. I feel like since posting on there and posting financial content, it's been holding me a lot more accountable with our finances. So that's been really fun. But I would love to know what you guys are working on or what you're working towards. I think it's always important to have something in mind, whether it's paying off debt or saving for a house deposit or a holiday, like whatever your financial goals are, I would love to know in the comments. Maybe you guys can inspire us. Okay, we are back to the computer. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet because obviously I'll go more in depth on this at the end of the month when I do my November reset. Let me just do a screen recording. If you're ever wondering how I time my screen recordings with this footage, it's super advanced, very sophisticated process. I clap and I time it when I start the screen recording. So let's have a look at our goal and habit tracker. I'm going to zoom in. Zoom. 125. And we'll get rid of that. Okay, personal goals. Let's have a look. If we can, no. Oh, we are doing that right now. I have not read it every day. This one will be TikTok very soon because it's my birthday in a couple of days. Haven't finished the dining room. Pretty close to finishing the spare bedroom though, which is exciting. I have had daily movement so far, but I won't take that off just in case. Still working out my gym routine, guys. It's very much a work in progress. Our morning routine's getting there, I think. We have invested. That's good. And continue figuring out our next financial goals. I mean, I guess we have. We're going to invest and we're going to pay off extra towards our debt. We are pretty close to hitting 47,000 subscribers here on YouTube, which is exciting. And I don't know how many. Oh, actually, I can have a look. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, wow. We are so close to posting 8 times on TikTok. I don't really feel like it, to be honest. That's cool. So I'll take that off whenever I finish posting, and then post on YouTube. How many times have we posted? 1, 2, 3. And then this will be a 4th. Okay, well, we got some work to do. So far, 31% achieved. We are over halfway through the month. For some of these are like end of month goals, you know? Okay, well, that was fun. Thank you guys so much for helping me do this mid-month check-in. I definitely want to do these videos more frequently because it's just good to like hold myself accountable, update our budget. I feel like it makes the end of this month a lot less daunting, and it's kind of fun to like sit down and really talk more in depth about things that I wouldn't otherwise normally have the time for to like cram into one video. My reset videos are already long enough, so yeah, if you enjoyed this and you want to see more videos like this, definitely let me know. Make sure you check out Club Jetstar down below as well. And I'll see you guys very soon for another video. Bye, guys.